talking about sparking creativity, I would want to just start off by saying I fail more than anyone I know. Truly, I fail more than anyone I know, but that's because I risk more than anyone that I know. And in that process of getting comfortable with risk and redefining what failure means to me, it's no longer the self-limiting belief or overwhelming heaviness of unmet expectations. It's about pushing through to new ground. And so I'm cool with losing or failing because I know if I risk 10 times, I might fail 7, but 3 of those 10, I'm gonna hit a great idea, and I could potentially hit a 10-bagger where it's that 10x idea that breaks through, but I'm not even gonna taste that land unless I'm disciplined in pushing through those initial failures along the way. And I think for me, a lot of that goes back to, and as an artist, what I grew up as an athlete. And I certainly was by no stretch of the imagination an elite athlete, but I did train like I was going to be one. And so that grind, that discipline that I kind of built routine into my life, training when I didn't feel like training, eating clean when I wanted to have cake, pushing past some of those difficult, easy choices to create harder, refined choices was something as an athlete that I did early on. So now, as I'm an artist, approaching it from that same technique, I write every single day. Even if I don't know what I'm going to write about, it's not about creating a finished product, it's about creating thinking, the process of thinking. So writing for 20 minutes every day just about stuff, it's not necessarily a diary that a lot of people will kind of write to themselves. It is writing forward or writing and connecting ideas, connecting thoughts, where I'm at in my life, in my business, in my art, who I've met, what I've experienced, what movies have I seen. I just write to try and connect and cross-pollinate ideas. I paint every single day, not because I'm going to create a finished product that I'm going to be pushing out there to the public or put up on social media, but because it's the habit of trying to play with light, play with balance, play with new techniques, study Van Gogh or Renoir or Da Vinci's style and put it into a pop culture style, mixing, crossing up different, and I'm constantly looking at Instagram, not to see what Justin Bieber had for breakfast or what Beyonce's doing, but because artists are putting out new thoughts all the time. So that's like just constant idea generation. So for me, it's a discipline to follow people who I wouldn't normally follow because they're creating brands and tribes that are important to me to be able to potentially use Justin Bieber's tactics of fascinating whatever he has, 20 million followers, and not use his content, but use his style to be able to attract businesses or entrepreneurs or attract new market share in art. So again, that discipline, and even this process right here, performing live, I've actually gotten pretty good at it, but doing recorded stuff, doing Facebook Live, doing Snapchat, doing social media, it's actually very difficult for me. Once they say rolling, or once they say go or action, or hey, you're on live, I tense up and it's hard for me. And for me, I suck at it, and that's okay. And I'm not looking for you to say, oh no, little buddy, you're doing just fine. Keep going, we're with you. I realize that it's a weakness of mine. I also realize that that is where technology is going. So even though I'm not good at it, even though I'm uncomfortable in this chair, even though I can't see your reaction and to be able to adjust my presentation to if you're paying attention or not paying attention, I have to trust this process. I have to go forward. I have to be comfortable not being that great to be able to maybe 1, 3, 5 years from now actually be kind of decent at it where it's not painful to watch and I'm actually able to convey ideas and scale it in a digital fashion, because that's, again, truly where I believe the future is going, even though my brand, my skill sets, my mastery isn't there yet. I'm willing to go through this and to suck along the way to eventually get better, to push myself outside of my comfort zone, and to eventually get more comfortable being able to speak into the eye of a camera or do something live on social or into the editing room that I don't get to experience or get feedback right away with a live audience, which is where my comfort is. This is uncomfortable, and people People would actually say, you know, public speaking is where you get more anxious. That's actually where I feel more comfortable than in front of a camera. But this is what I need to do to get better at what I haven't done yet.